Hello ladies and gents, I am Diffin, and welcome back to From the Depths, Ashes of the Empire Community Edition. In this episode we have a few designs to showcase, so let's pull them up now. So, you see a fair number of vehicles here, but that is for a couple of reasons. One is the Krakatoa Hull 2, my Charge Aerodon is going to be replacing the Hull Mark 1. And also, the Enforcer turret by Red the Rage, which I'll spawn in now, is unfortunately a turret, and I don't really want to be utilising turrets in the campaign whatsoever. I want more mobile forces, though admittedly some of them are not very mobile. So let's just send it against the Sidewinder, because it is just a nice turret like here, and it's good on flat terrain like this, but due to just a spin block, it's not going to be much use for a fair amount of the campaign because it can't elevate properly up and down. Still, it is a nice design and would be good in certain scenarios. The 2S19, by Tourist, a mid-value design, has a number of nice little features, particularly good commander spot with a machine gun attached there, which is cool. Good amount of detailing there, and also, what is nice, is actual recoil absorbers acting as a barrel rest. And this is before the Spinbot patch came in, so this would likely be improved soon. Let's send it against the Taipan. So I'm expecting it to be a fairly substantial gun, which it is. Good solid strikes against the gun and pops off the turret there. Resilience isn't particularly good, but that is because these are light fittings and not actually armour plates, so a lot of this will get stripped off quite readily, but it's a nice little tank nevertheless. Next we have the Deltaplan AA by Alwana. At last, something which is going to be very dedicated to AA, though I have got other AA designs, I just haven't been utilising them properly in combat. So let's send this against the Wanda airship. And it's got a very, very, very rapid fire fragmentation gun. As we've seen, it strips air units to pieces. Very fast rounds. Fragmentation doing a lot of other damage. This means it's going to be very effective against weaker targets. I expect it will be incredibly effective against the lightning hoods, because all their hovers and that will be a perfect height for the AA tank to destroy. We also have a new strike fighter, the Hornet by Mainfall. A very small, very cheap design, 4,000 materials. It does odd loop-the-loops. Let's send this against... yeah, send it against Duster. Quite erratic movement. This was not being perfect, but still able to score good hits. High cone fragmentation, it seems. Not worried by flares. Yep, good solid fragmentation rounds. For the cost, it is very nicely effective. Would have been probably a little bit useful more early on, and I want to try and deploy that one against the flares rather than the lightning hoods, due to lightning hoods lasers being able to annihilate it in short order. Next up, we have the KR-1K the heavy gun chassis by Hostov. It's a very similar design to the sniper one, but with a actual main, is it a turreted gun? Yep, a big turret on the top there. Let's send this against the King Cobra. There's also got a railgun in there. There's fast shells, these ones being quite a big explosive round. Not as quick as the sniper round, but not needing to be, because it is a quite solid payload. A few strikes to the rear there, but was able to shrug most of it off. And again, quite nice aesthetics, utilising port and starboard lighting system there, so we can identify which direction it is actually facing. Here we have the Krakatoa Mark II. So the previous Krakatoa, which I will actually pull up now. The Krakatoa II doesn't seem to be in the same way of all the heavy armour, unless there's heavy armour under this, which there is. So there is plenty of heavy armour under there. But the spike arrangement is different, and it doesn't have the same level of detection systems, but none of those matter. It's all about the barrels. And it's basically the same. This is a tighter spread, so I'm hoping it will allow it to get a little bit close to target, whereas this one has been a little bit wary of shooting quite wide, but also have noticed that not all these barrels fire at once. But let's send them against the King Cobra, see which is more accurate. And to be honest, at this distance, not really much to tell. Though, as you can see, this Krakatoa did fire its guns slightly separately, whereas the Mark II fired them all at once. And they're about to shoot each other in the back. Yeah, so the Mark II does fire all its rounds at once, whereas the Mark I does have a tendency to not fire all its barrels. And that does limit the damage output of the vehicle quite considerably. And finally, we have the Nixer Mini, the Mark I, by Spartan Pants 42. Which is... it's a PID hovercraft, it seems. Very, very stable. Against Taipan there. Okay, so it hasn't fired its missiles yet. I wonder what it's waiting for. Interesting. Maybe it's more of a long-range target. It doesn't seem to want to fire this close in. There goes the other few. Yeah, it looks like they're long-range, slow cruise missiles. So being this close is very detrimental. Seem quite good missiles, but I do have a feeling that this is going to be a little bit slow. And they're saying that the majority of the force is very slow. The actual main fleets are only moving at about 3 meters per second because of those absolutely massive tanks by Charadon. So the speed probably isn't too much of an issue, but it could be a little bit of a problem, much like that of it landing during combat and then just taking a real beating. Still, more missile designs are quite useful because a lot of the existing missile designs have unfortunately been destroyed. So let's head over into the campaign proper and see how it all goes. Okay, so there's an attack force coming over to this one. So, in the Northern Force, I want to utilise the Delta Plan, the gun chassis. No, I don't want this one. The Krakatoa Mark II, and probably the mini mixer. So, scrap the Krakatoa and its hull. pull all those out of play, merge them into one force, and repair those up. Next, I would like to add some additional forces to the original community force. Actually, no, I want to just expand this one down here. This was basically on its own against the flares, so it could experience quite high casualties. So let's add in the strike fighter, tourist's tank, and the heavy gun chassis. Okay, so both forces are being repaired, but need to actually fight this particular battle again. It's one we've already fought. I want to try and repair up these designs though first of all. Unfortunately, wasn't quite able to do it. Let's move all of these things right the way down, so it can spawn in quite a few other designs. Okay, hopefully this will be a little bit more of a superior fight this time, because I've actually spent a little bit of time organising what on earth I'm sending in. So I've moved the damage designs, sending in some actual anti-air capability. We've got a few of these little drones to try and do some damage, though didn't really notice that they were spawned high. Let's see how they fare. So they've got a flyer. Big Moose Cram Cannon instantly hits and eliminates this target, which is the Amplitude. Small Cyclops drones, they're firing, trying to take on the flyer there. Rampage misses its target. The Moose's shell just bounces vertically into the sky. The axolotl. One Cram is taking severe beating on main Cram Cannon there. The Mega Deadifier, the Cram Cannon's main armament, is being severely damaged, causing quite a few issues. The missiles at last hit the flyer, making it spin slightly out of control. It's not too bad yet, it's still fully operational, it seems, against my vehicles. Explosion there as the missile launcher decided to ram its rear end into the ground, blowing up its ammo caches. One Crampage fires once more and misses. Okay. Well, excitement for nothing. Looks like the axolotl is at last taking enough damage to start pirouetting. And it's sliced off its main gun. Still moving quite quickly though. But going Crampage lands its shells, bouncing them off the shields, but then they land on the ground, detonating anyway. This can't do anything about capturing this axolotl. Ow, he's got fragged. it mine? Yep. That's now mine. I'll scrap it for materials. Jump on this gunboat, try and get it repaired because it doesn't really work well. Okay, here comes the death machine itself. What's it actually called? Ah, Eternia. Okay, so it just dumped a drone and then has been knocked over sideways onto its rear. Unfortunately for me, its damage doesn't seem to have been affected that much. All the explosions there stripping off extraneous blocks though, which is always very handy. It's moving away from me too quickly. Which Dusty told me to keep an eye out for old shields and remove any alphas. There we go. This goes with the patch. Now you no longer need shield colorizers, which is awesome. Shield colorizer is included with the shield projector itself, as we've seen here. So now should mean has nice invisible shields. Yeah, can't see them. Huh. It looks like the Krakatoa did get spawned in and then just disintegrated. Though, thankfully it did get me most of my materials back, so there is that. I will attempt to capture the Eternia. Okay, I am nearby. Let's see if I can't find where to go to capture it. But it keeps getting blasted further and further away. Use press the moment. Oh, I saw something then. Someone likes painting their AI yellow. Pinky yellow and stuff. Too damaged. There we go. Didn't get anywhere near of actually capturing, and I got myself killed. Just spawned at Cyclops. Some laser flyer. It is a lot slower and lower flying, so it's got struck by a ton of missiles early on. It's slow enough to get it would be hit by Cram. Oh, it's a warp. Warp definitely puts it considerably tougher than anything else. So it seems trying to warp to avoid missiles. It's not working. It's getting hit by them anyway. Oh, that one it avoided. The Deltaplan AA has been deployed, and that is now firing. And despite it facing a high-turning, warping target, it's still scoring a good number of hits with its anti-aircraft weaponry. There we go. It's crashed onto the ground. And the anti-aircraft tank is doing so well. Looks like target is 2 damaged. Any moment the beholder will spawn in. I'm trying to get a bit closer to it so I can try and do capturing stuff. Okay. Down. See if we can't capture this thing at a reasonable health level. It doesn't look like it's going to occur because it's already taking a massive beating. Oh, it's on bouncing shells. Bouncing grenades, that's not good. Yeah. Don't want them to bounce. I want them to be impact. Oh, that's stickies. There we go. Now I'm on explosive ones. Could very well be too late. And that's got completely vaporized while I was inside it still. Awesome. Should still get a nice bit of materials just from the scrappage though. And there, if I just got shot. So I didn't face any casualties there at all, which I was kind of expecting some actually. Another attack force coming in. But I want to take on this defending force to end this episode. Right then, so this battle is getting ready to go, so let's begin. Something like that. Let's begin this battle. So let's have a look at how this cannon fares. Immediately, Amla's tank rams in the back of the crown pitch. No, this isn't the crown pitch, this is the Krakatoa Mark II. Krakatoa Mark II explodes as part of its gun is sliced through by simple lasers. Krakatoa though Mark II is not looking healthy. And the Delta Planet A is also having a little bit of difficulty not having loaded ammunition properly. It should have done, but it obviously hasn't got any in, or it has been unloaded during this battle or the previous one. Rather than continuing to do damage, the Krakatoa loses its main gun. Let's retreat to the Krakatoa base because there's nothing it can do. This little guy is doing okay. But against the targets facing, not okay enough it seems. Poor little drone. As if I can't take out this tank though. Make it part of my forces. Even if it's only a temporary claimant. Try and glitch myself into the vehicle. Doesn't seem to be working very well. Down to 20% health. Let's not carry on with that. Rolling Crampage is back online. Turret is operational. Trying to find its base, which is quite a distance away now. So we are getting outnumbered by the amount of lightning hoods in this battle. There's a distinct possibility that we'll actually lose this bout. Can't really do anything about capturing that one. Let's try and repair this up. Getting its slight hits on now and then, but just a constant barrage of laser fire is taking its toll on you. And my resource budget. But let's try and take out this thing. Oh. Two of my enemies crashed into each other. AI deading one. Okay, let's go capture it then. Mine. Just try and take out the barrels. If we make the barrels more inaccurate, it won't reduce the damage, but it will make it less likely to pop vital components because it won't be able to hit them accurately. See, I'm running out of vehicles in this force. Next episode we'll have to add in a fair number to this battle fleet. Right, it's suddenly moved off into the distance so I can no longer really hit it easily. Being quite the irritating target. The big moose is also doing rather well, just absorbing strikes. This target though is now pirouetting as it's smashed into the ground nose first. So at least makes it a little bit easier. Oh no, it wasn't nose first, it was rear end. Just trying to feed explosive rounds into the hole there. Quite difficult, I must say. Oh, I went straight through it. Pain. Oh, however, there is a door here. Bring my way in. Find out where the AI is and then capture this one. No, don't phase me through the turret again. Infuriating. Okay, let's just go back in now. Try to. This time won't phase me through the ship. Come on. A couple more shots and it should be mine. There we go. Captured. Right, so that's dead, that's dead. They're all dead. Well, it looks like I've actually lost this battle. That means the next episode we're going to have to build a new substantial force to take this spot. It was a bad matchup on my part with Adnectrius's forces, the majority of which being quite lightweight designs and not really able to cope with the lasers of the lightning hoods. Charcharodon's designs were able to weather the storm quite heavily, but these heavy amounts of stacked armour really doesn't work because lasers don't well, they ignore stacking. So that benefits Lightning Hoods and then weakens Charizard's designs with all their heavy amounts of armour. Though again, they did survive a considerably long time. And that is the battle finished. So they're returning to the Force, and yep, a lot of materials just sitting on the ground there, so I can capture those then. However, I will quickly end the episode there because I don't want to go into another battle just yet, because we'll begin that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of From the Depths Ashes of the Empire Community Edition with myself and Diffin. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like and or comment below, as it is always great to hear from you lot. Also, be sure to check out the rest of my channel for more From the Depths videos and other games, and swing by the Discord channel for more instantaneous chatting. Otherwise, that's it from me for now, and I shall see you next time. But until then, I'm out. Goodbye!